Hello! Ako po si Aaron Paul. Thank you so much for joining me again for another episode of Songwriting at Iba Pa. Today, ang ikakwento ko po sa inyo ay ang pinagmulan ng hit song ni Richard Reynoso na Hindi Ko Kaya. This is how I wrote the song. It was in 1990 that Alpha Records asked me to write a song for a new artist that they've just signed. Ako kasi excited ako parati when there's a new artist. Sabi ko sa mga record companies, whenever they have a new artist, sa akin yung ilapit kasi gusto ko, I was hoping na yung signature song nila would be mine. Kasi maganda yung pag-signature song because if the artist becomes very popular and he continues to have a good career like Richard did or does still, when they look back, maaalala na, oh yeah, yan ang signature song niya and I had something to do with that. So that's one of my goals whenever I present a song to any record company. Gusto ko ako yung makakuha ng signature song. Doesn't happen all the time, but it's a good goal. So again, it was in 1990, sabi nila, we have a new artist, guwapo, kiligin sa mga babae, and gusto nila ng kanta na pangmasa, something that a lot of people would like. So they gave me a basic idea of what kind of song they wanted for Richard. And I don't think there was going to be a problem kasi maganda naman ang boses din ni Richard. So I went home, did my homework, and I was starting to figure out what songs would be good for Richard when I took a break. And at that time, I remember it's a TV show called Family Ties, and some of you probably have seen that show. That's the one with Michael J. Fox. Now, in that particular episode that I was watching, there was a scene there na lumabas yung kanta ni Billy Vera na At That Moment. Now, for those of you who are familiar with that song, it's a 3/4 signature song. Again, that's the song At This Moment by Billy Vera. And sabi ko, wow, that's perfect. I like 3/4 signature songs. And I was starting to work again on the song and sabi ko, gusto ko ganyan. So I started to listen to the song over and over and over kasi ganyan ako magtrabaho eh. When I want to work on any song or any artist, I have to get an idea first of what the artist's voice sounds like, what they want for him, and then when I go into the studio and start writing the song, I get into what they call the moment. Talagang kailangan mararamdaman mo yung kanta na ginagawa mo. And I'm a student of journalism, so one of the things that they taught me was whenever you write something, kailangan gawin mo yung outline first. So at least yung kwento, yung sinusulat mo, has some kind of consistency or order. So more or less may idea na ako, ginawa ko na yung outline, now it's time for me to tell the story, to write down the feeling. So nakakapagod pag minsan when you write songs because I really get into that moment. I try to imagine myself, okay, I had the title, Hindi Ko Kaya, but what am I going to say here? Anybody who's familiar with the five situations of depression, it's the one where yung in denial ka. So this Hindi Ko Kaya is what you call the denial moment or denial song. I was picturing a guy na kaka-split pa lang niya sa girlfriend niya or whoever he loves, and he was really depressed. He was feeling very sad, which, you know, a lot of times pag mga taong malungkot, where do they go? They go to the beer gardens. And that was also one of the things I remember when you go to a beer garden. Naalala ko, mga naririnig ko, yung mga ganyan, yung mga sad songs, depressed songs, yung mga barkada ko, naalala ko, yung mga bata pa kami, ganyan. Pag nagiinuman, pinag-uusapan nila parati yung mga girlfriend nila, mga breakups nila. That's their topic. So I said, oh, this could be a good topic dahil para pag nasa beer garden, I'm hoping that they will play it a lot. And if that happens, they'll eventually also play it sa mga karaoke lounges because those are the two places na talaga malalaman mo kung hit ang song mo. If they play it at the beer gardens and at the karaoke bars a lot, alam mo na paborito na ng mga tao. So I got into the moment. I started to feel talaga what the person feels when they get into a breakup. Yung feeling na nalulungkot ka, hindi mo matanggap na naghiwalay na kayo. You're picturing a guy that's in a bar, he's slumped, he's crying, even with everybody looking at him. He has a drink in his hand and he's talking to himself, or mga barkada niya, mga kaibigan niya, they're trying to console him, and he keeps saying, hindi ko kaya, hindi ko kaya, hindi ko kaya. And that's where all the lyrics came from, because the refrain, if you remember, says, hindi ko kaya ang limutin kita, masdan mo lumuluha ang aking mga mata. That's what I was telling you about, na I'm picturing a guy that was crying, di siya nahihiya. I mean, you know, he was broken-hearted talaga, hindi niya mapigilan. Pilitin ko man ako'y nasasaktan, ang katotohanan ay mahal pa rin kita. So he was trying to convince himself na kaya kitang limutin, kaya kong gawin ito, but no matter how he tried, talagang mahal pa rin niya yung nagdump sa kanya. And somewhere also in the verses, I put in, hindi matanggap ng damdamin na ikaw ay hindi na akin. So you can see that if you get into the moment, if you just sit down and before you write the songs, imaginein mo talaga yung sarili mo na ikaw yung nandun sa kwento ng kanta. You'll come up with lines like that. Lines that are honest, sincere, and that a lot of people will be able to relate to. So fortunately naman, after I was able to finish the song, I submitted it to Alpha, they gave it to Richard, and he liked it. So thank you, Richard. I'm happy that you liked the song, and with your help, of course, the song became an instant hit. And if you look at it on Spotify right now, I think among his songs in any of his albums, I think this one has about over 2 million listens on Spotify. And why? Because again, it's a good song that everybody can relate to. It's not because I made it, it's just, you know, this is what happens when you prepare and you actually write a song that a lot of people can relate to. It becomes something na magugustuhan ng maraming tao. Now, I always end my videos with a verse from the Bible. This one's coming from Psalm 147, verse 3. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. And that's what you should do pag nasaktan ka, when you're feeling lonely. Pumunta ka kay Lord, sabi mo, Lord, di ko na kaya, tulungan mo ko, help me get through this, and believe me, God will be with you, because that's what God does. He stays with you, He helps you. All you have to do is just talk to Him. Prayer is conversation. It's not just reading those prayers that you constantly repeat. The prayer is conversation with God. Talk to Him. Lord, sakit eh. Hindi ko talaga matanggap na iniwanan niya ako, na ganitong ginawa niya. If something happened na iniwan ka niya for somebody else, talk to God about it, and God will see you through. Malay mo. In some cases, in most cases I know, when somebody leaves you, God opens another door, and you'll find this new relationship that He will give you is actually going to be better, a lot better than the one you were in before. Now, as far as songwriting goes, He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Kung feeling mo depressed ka, na hindi ka makapagsulat ng kanta, na nahihirapan ka, feeling mo, Lord, ano ba, hindi ko magawa to. You also go to the Lord. Give to the Lord everything that concerns you. Hindi lang pag brokenhearted ka. Even yung trabaho mo, when you're not doing well in school, anything, give it to the Lord, ask for help. He will help you, and He will bind up your heart and your wounds. So, yan po. I'm hoping that this episode was something that you liked. I am also probably going to tell you the story of Paminsan-Minsan in future episodes. I hope you look forward to that. In the meantime, please subscribe to my channel and tell your friends about it. Till next time, ito po si Aaron Paul sa Songwriting ATBP. God bless you. Jesus loves you.